We're back at the Moto Guzzi Museum. This time it's all about the V-twin era, from tiny Trotter mopeds and scramblers to big Californias, adventure bikes and a full lineup of police Guzzis. We'll take a quick look at how Moto Guzzi's road bikes evolved from the 1960s to today. In the 1960s and 70s, Moto Guzzi were building more than just big road bikes. They also produced a whole range of mopeds for everyday transport. Simple trotter models like this were basic but tough. At the sportier end of the scale was the Dingo Cross 50, a more stylish moped aimed at younger riders with off-road tyres and high mud guards to give it a mini scrambler look. The Stornello Scrambler 125 was a proper lightweight single for riders who wanted to go a bit further off the beaten track. With long travel suspension, high-level exhausts and a simple rugged frame, it fits neatly into the 1970s dual sport trend. The kind of bike you could ride to work during the week and take up a dirt trail at the weekend. The Le Mans 1000 was Moto Guzzi's flagship sport bike through the 1980s. It combined a big transverse V-twin with a stiff chassis and strong brakes, earning a reputation as a fast, stable, long-distance machine that was unmistakably still a Guzzi. In the late 90s and early 2000s, the V11 range carried Moto Guzzi's sporting V-twin into a new era as a muscular, naked roadster. The V11 Coppa Italia takes that formula in a racier direction, with upgraded suspension and special paint that makes it look like a limited run track bike for the road. The V11 Rosso Mandello celebrates the factory's hometown, with red paint, numbered plaques and extra details that turned it into a collectible modern classic almost from the day it was launched. The V65 Baja shows how Moto Guzzi adapted the V-twin layout for off-road and desert use. With high pipes, long travel suspension and stripped-back bodywork, it was built as a lightweight trail and rally bike, something you could ride out of town and keep going when the tarmac ran out. This 2008 Stelvio 1200 4V brings the Guzzi V-twin into the big adventure bike world. Tall suspension, wide handlebars and a 1200cc engine make it well suited to crossing mountain passes and covering long distances, while still keeping that distinctive Guzzi character. Moto Guzzi took a very different styling approach with the Griso. The Griso 1100 and later Griso 1200 are long, low, naked bikes with a strong visual focus on the engine and shaft drive, giving them a distinctive muscular stance. They were highly rated for their premium build quality and unique styling. Modern Guzzis that didn't look like anything else on the road. The V85 TT is a retro-styled adventure bike that has become a modern success for the brand. It mixes classic Guzzi cues, a round headlight, wire-spoke wheels and a sculpted tank, with a capable chassis and a smooth middleweight V-twin that feels just as happy exploring gravel tracks as it does cruising along the coast. The California name goes back to Moto Guzzi cruisers originally supplied to American police forces, and it's still one of the brand's best-known families. The California 3 and the later models on display show how the design evolved. Larger engines, more comfort and more touring equipment, while keeping the relaxed V-twin cruiser feel. At the formal end of the scale is the California Corazzieri, a 1380cc version used by the Italian presidential escort. Fully dressed and finished in ceremonial colours, it's as much a symbol of state as it is a motorcycle. The MGX-21 takes the California concept in a much bolder direction. With its huge 21-inch front wheel, extended fairing and dark angular bodywork, it's a futuristic Italian bagger built around the same 1380cc V-twin, part custom show bike, part long-distance cruiser. The V7 Racer is Moto Guzzi's modern cafe racer homage. A chrome tank, red frame, rear set foot pegs and number boards give it the look of a privateer race bike, while the V7 engine underneath keeps things usable and friendly on real roads. The V7 Stornello takes the same platform and turns it into a light scrambler. A high-level exhaust, knobbly tyres and minimalist bodywork give it a playful, go-anywhere character that suits back roads, lanes and fire trails. Over the years, Moto Guzzi has also built a long line of police-specific models. In the early 1970s, forces were still using 500cc singles like this Nuovo Falcone Polizia, but by the end of that decade, most police Guzzis had moved over to V-twin power for better performance and flexibility. In 1974, Guzzi introduced this V1000i Convert California Polizia with an automatic transmission based on a torque converter. It made stop-start city work easier for officers and turned the California cruiser into a very practical police platform. This T5 850 served with the Carabinieri, Italy's national gendarmerie. Lighter and more agile than the big cruisers, it was well suited to patrol work on tighter city streets. The V65 Polizia Municipale shrinks things down further. With a smaller capacity V-twin and compact chassis, it's ideal for municipal police weaving through traffic and pedestrian areas. By the mid-1990s, the T5 850 Polizia Stradale was covering Italy's motorways. It offered more power, better brakes and improved fairing protection, making it a true highway patrol bike. The Breva 750 PA shows the move towards modern middleweight police bikes. Lighter and easier to handle, but still equipped with radios, lights and panniers, it was a practical choice for everyday urban duties. Long-distance duties fell to bikes like this Norge 1200 in Polizia di Stato colours. With a full fairing and big panniers, it's built for long days in the saddle and year-round use on all kinds of roads. Another Norge, this time for Polizia Locale Milano, shows how the same touring platform could be adapted for different forces. Different livery and equipment, but the same comfortable long-legged foundations underneath. And finally, this V85 TTPA in Polizia Roma Capitale colours brings the police story right up to date. It's based on the same adventure-style V-twin that civilian riders can buy, adapted with lights, panniers and official equipment to patrol the streets of Rome. The 2025 V100 Mandello S brings us to the present. It's Moto Guzzi's first liquid-cooled V-twin, packed with modern electronics and even adaptive aerodynamics that extend small winglets at speed. It keeps the transverse layout and the Guzzi feel, but also gives a clear glimpse into the future direction of the brand's road bikes. That completes this look at Moto Guzzi's more modern machines. From simple mopeds and middleweights, through sporty V-twins, cruisers and adventure bikes, to the specialist police models that still patrol Italian streets today. It also wraps up my three-part wander through Moto Guzzi Museum, from the very first prototype and early road bikes, through racing legends, to the V-twin era you've just seen. If you enjoyed this series, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and letting me know in the comments which of these more modern Guzzis you'd most like to ride.